Oh my god, it has been forever since the last time I made a video. I apologize for that. There's just been nothing I cared enough to talk about. But this is what happens. I get really tired and out of it, and I don't feel in the mood to talk right now, but I gotta do it since I have the need to make videos. Thankfully, now I got something to make a video about. Thank you, Star Wars. We got our first trailer for another new live-action Star Wars Disney Plus series. This time it's The Acolyte, which is a story that takes place outside of anything else we've ever known in Star Wars. Unless you've read those High Republic books, I guess. Cause yeah, it takes place in the High Republic era. So I read it takes place like what, 100 years before the events of the Phantom Menace? 100 years before Phantom Menace? Alright, there's a lot we can do here.
I'm intrigued.
So this trailer starts off in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, which does make sense. After all, we do know that the Jedi were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic for over 1,000 generations, said Ben Kenobi in the very first movie. So yeah, I imagine that Jedi Temple on Coruscant must have been the home of the Jedi for a long time, so I get it. But also, this scene here, I'm interested by the last part of it. I mean, these kids are being trained, and the Master's like, alright, close your eyes, what do you see? Kind of like how Luke was training Rey in The Last Jedi, just saying. And the kids are saying things like Rey said, life, balance. But then this one kid is like, I see fire. Which is funny, because my knee-jerk reaction to that was, alright, Ed Sheeran from Desolation of Smaug, I see fire. But no, this is interesting, because it's kind of eerie in that way. All these other kids are like, all right, we see balance and all is good. And then this one kid is getting a premonition that something dark is coming. That's cool. Because I bet that Jedi Master is going to be like, what? That can't be good. And then from there, we get some snippets. We see this one Jedi Master, this woman in a robe. And I knew that face. I was like, I know I've seen that face somewhere before, but I couldn't place who it is. And so I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's Carrie-Anne Moss. That's Trinity from The Matrix. Hey, let's face it, Trinity's pretty much a Jedi anyway, so it just makes sense that she's cast here in Star Wars. Like, I feel like it was only a matter of time before Carrie-Anne Moss found herself in this galaxy far, far away. And we see her fighting against Amandla Stenberg in a scene that looks pretty cool. The combat, the CQC, looks awesome. And yeah, Amandla Stenberg's gonna be in this. That I knew, but I had no idea who she was gonna play, but it looks like she's playing a villain this time around. That's cool, because I really like Amandla Stenberg. Of course, she started off as Rue in The Hunger Games, and she's been in a few movies since then. Turns out she can sing. I liked her in Dear Evan Hansen. Now she's in Star Wars as a villain. I love that. Show us that acting range. And so yeah, we see that
Someone is killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense.
I'll tell you what this is reminding me of. It's reminding me of the situation surrounding the Necromancer in the Hobbit movies. Because it feels very similar, think about it. This is a prequel where things seem good in the world, but suddenly there's just this one dark magic user who's dabbling in dark magic, and at first it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, you know? Like, we can easily take care of this one dark person, no big whoop. But I imagine what seems like a non-threat at first will eventually grow exponentially until it's like, holy shit, the Sith are back. Just like the Necromancer turned out to be Sauron. Yeah, that's what this is reminding me of, since I'm pretty sure that's how it'll also go down here in The Acolyte. But hey, you know what? I am down with that, cause face it, that Sauron scene in Battle of the Five Armies, that was one of the most badass scenes in the movie. It'd be cool if we get a scene like that in The Acolyte. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna be just a mini-series or if it'll have more seasons. I don't know. I imagine Palpatine's not even born yet. Or maybe he is. I don't know. There's a lot I don't know about this show. Some other snippets that we see in this trailer. We see a Jedi with a yellow lightsaber. Haven't seen one of those in live action since the end of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. I know lightsaber colors really don't mean anything. They should, though. Like, seriously, what is the difference in status between blue lightsaber and green? Can anyone tell me? Because I still don't know the answer to that, so if you can tell me that in the comments, please do. Because you would think Obi-Wan as Anakin's master would have had a green saber. Just saying. If green does mean higher rank, but I don't know. So yellow, I can only imagine. We see that there is a Wookiee Jedi here in this series. I wonder if it's the same one that's on the cover of that one High Republic book that I keep seeing. Maybe I should read those books. This is our first time that we're going to be seeing a Wookiee Jedi in live action. We've seen one in Clone Wars and The Bad Batch, but what can I say? I'm excited to see a Wookiee Jedi in live action for the first time. That's a cool concept to me. I want to see a Wookiee use the Force. And then the last bit of this trailer, we see all these Jedi, they whip out their lightsabers. Looks like they're going into battle, but then they're all knocked back. It looks like they're force pushed back by something dark. This big ominous red something or other. Could be Amandla Stenberg doing something, but cool. Looks like we're gonna have some Jedi battle scenes in this series with blue, green, and yellow lightsabers. That is something different. In the end, I'm really not sure what to make of The Acolyte. Am I gonna love it? Am I gonna hate it? Am I gonna think it's mid? I can't call it right now, honestly, because I really don't know enough about the premise here. Definitely looks like it could be interesting, though. Because, I mean, come on, we're delving into an entirely new era of Star Wars that we've never seen in live action before. That hasn't happened in a while. So if for nothing else, I'm excited to see that. We shall see, but from this one trailer alone, looks pretty cool. June 4th this is coming out, so about 2.5 months from now. For now though, the official trailer for The Acolyte. Have you watched it yet? What are your thoughts on it? And what do you think this new series could do for Star Wars as a whole? Because again, High Republic. The most I really know from that is from Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And even then, it wasn't that much. This is gonna be a real first visual deep dive into that. That's exciting, isn't it? So whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've actually been binging Lilo and Stitch the series on Disney+. Trip down memory lane, you know, hyping up for the live-action remake of the original movie. Ooh boy. Peace!